Welcome back to another video. This one is on AQ2D and the progress that they've made so far. Tunic got some bugs fixed, as well as putting loot in its own class instead of a mono behavior with two lists on it. And now I don't exactly know what this means, but it contains functions for moving items. Before, the UI scripts would change the lists directly, so I'm assuming this would make it a lot easier to enable loot. And then they've changed the resolution drop down to remove the hertz data and duplicates. Again, no idea what that means. Drop downs are no longer too small, which is good, I guess, for people on that end. Loot and discarded inventories are now built on the server during login. This would probably save some load time. Warlick also fixed a couple glitches, as well as enabled hide and show, cloak, helm, pet, other helms, and other cloaks from the option menus, because of course having all those things on, it's going to reduce lag if you put those things on hide. Created server request response for hide show parts to broadcast to other players in the room. To work on the content auto build system using AQ3D as an example, so they're going to be using that as a model. And Uromi has been adding the map IDs to quest objectives and helping Tunic with the loot drops, as well as building a loot table in the database. Tunic was setting up the server commands for moving loot to discarded or discarded to discarded/discarded to loot, and then server set up the server. This is a bunch of other technical stuff, so I won't get into that. Fixed a bug. Warlick was started work on the server side save load gameplay options. That sounds like a very huge thing. Got content building tools working again on the current work machine. Of course, anytime you do one small thing, it breaks 100 more. So I'm sure that he got it working again, because the last time it broke. To do. So this is his to-do list. To finish the server client save load for gameplay options, creating character and NPC asset creation project, as well as create content auto builder for the game, which would of course speed up production. Uromi is working on the enhancement. He got the enhancement working, it says. Or get the enhancement work, I think. And then on the 26th, Warlick had the save load user gameplay options and also fixed a couple bugs, upgraded to Unity 2021 long-term support. And I believe this is something that AQ3D is going to be getting as well, unless they've already got that. And I know they are upgrading AQ3D to something else pretty soon, and I guess that's what they just did there. Removed another asset thing here. Error on the item load progress. Again, it gets too technical. Tunic fixed a whole bunch of bugs. In fact, that's all he focused on, was just fixing bugs in that one. On the 2nd of the 11th month, Arctics and Spider return. And Spider's getting back on working on the project, as well as Arctics. Renz and Arctics need to review the tools to make sure the team will have everything needed to rebuild the content, which is of course very important when they're going to be doing all the converting. Almost ready for play testing. I don't know about that, but Warlick auto published every item that we can auto export for our tools with 23,000 items. Uromi has a final version of the enhancement system ready for testing. The actual enhancements still need stats defined, but the process is accurate. In theory, any dropped weapon will come already enhanced. Players' existing inventory is the current issue. Okay. Now, see, any enhancements that you have in the current game in AQWorld won't port over to AQ2D in its current state. It would port over with whatever enhancement system they have built in. So that's how it works for existing. It's going to be a nightmare trying to get all the conversion and then to match everything. It's gonna, oh man, I do not envy them. We'll add a system that auto enhances an item if you log in, and have the item that does not have enhancements to solve this problem. Playtest and content test. How to get access? You need to have a badge for access. It requires a badge in order to log into the servers, and then you could get a Steam code. So this would be one of the ways for content testing. which is going to be very interesting. Known issues. The font sizes on mobile are too small in some places, including the completion percentage. I pushed the heart button and the game crashed. Item completion. Classes need their own tab, need updated... Oh, their own tab, cool. Need updated distinct icon for class, making inventory wider. Equipped items tab and put a yellow line around equipped items. Oh, to indicate that it's a equipped item. That's actually a really good idea. Enhancement button. If you click on a pet, the enhancement button disappears and never comes back. This is one of the known issues. So yeah, a lot of stuff that they have been working on. Towards the beginning of October, we had a long-time AQWorlds player visit the lab. He asked if he could try AQWorlds Unity, and we were eager to see what he thought. We wanted him to log in with his character and try it, but his equipped class armors were bugged. They were not converted over yet. There were a lot of problems with his items, hair, etc. So the new prime directive for the team became to make the system bulletproof so that any player can log into the game even if their class and gear are not converted. The player ended up playing the game on my Arctic's account. We were silent and waited eagerly to see what they thought. I was a little nervous after the difference in the graphics and the lack of animations on some of the items. That would be a major problem. So we were surprised when they were legitimately surprised and awed about how smooth it ran at 60 FPS at max graphics quality and the background scrolled. They were even more excited when they learned about the ability to also use the WASD movement keys, because that's a big thing. The final unexpected thing was when they were shocked at how many maps were in the game. J6 had converted the entire town of Babylon and surrounding areas already. He even tried joining a few random places that, to his surprise, existed, even though they did not have monsters set up in them. After seeing this, we knew we had to start getting the game ready for early forms of testing. So that's really good. Now, this is a big one. Getting the game ready for testers. To make the game bulletproof so that everybody can log in no matter what they're wearing. Get a leveling system and enhancements ready to rumble, which would be very important. Do a polish test on the Dragon's Lair and get ready for some super early testing. The team is now starting every day with a morning build of the game. Wow. This weekend, everyone is flying in. So they're going to have a bunch of people from all over, including Canada, flying in this weekend for I'm not even sure, a party, I guess. And so they're going to be at the lab on Friday, and one big strategy is to complete and release AQWorld Unity. So when we get together, something always happens. Said he might have some good stories or two for next week. So we'll have to see what the progress is by next week. Now, I know Arctic always makes it sound like the game is close to release, but from reading through this, it very much is not ready to go. It's still a long way away, and I still think my prediction of possibly this summer having a playable version of it might still be logical. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see. And that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and keep those swords swinging.